early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on last year's national champion, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, running back on the move. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking to fire. The throw to the outside is complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gore. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The play-action fake. He uncorks one deep. Oh, it's picked off. He's brought down. A short return to the defense comes out on top of the pick.
First quarter, first drive, first strike delivered, and it's the defense that comes up with the big play. Talking to the defensive coordinator, he felt really good about his pass defense, and he wasn't lying. Interception on the first drive, great possession.
He's going to take a shot. Catch inside the 25. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. Not even 2 minutes in, and they're already in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. They'll try the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. Good, right down the boulevard. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Finding an escape route. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll try it over the left side. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. And the Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. They'll give it to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Trying play action. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll take it on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Got it behind the line. It's Jones. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Right down the middle. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Back to throw, it's Vincent. Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He'll keep it himself. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Power football with the run. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So the quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. run behind the big guys on the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. And the Ducks have their offense in high gear. And off to Jones. Discards him with the stiff arm. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Yeah, and how about this offense? A little counter, a little misdirection, get everybody's eyes going one direction. They go back the other way. Nice execution by the offense to make the big running play down the field.
To the air on first down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Tosses it incomplete.
What do you do now if you're the offense, right? After that incomplete fourth down, but you've driven the entire field. At this point, do you just say, we got to go for a touchdown, or do you just pay the drive off by kicking a field goal?
Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Looking for the score. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Looking for a man. It's Vincent. Rushes on him. Got rid of it just in time. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man by himself. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly, and receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Bring in the heat. Wide open downfield. Oh, he got loose. Oh, he's got some space. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. The penalty wipes out the big play, and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. Second down, he'll throw it. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the third possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical third down, forcing an incompletion.
He'll field the punt and look for room. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No good. The missed field goal leaves us with a double-digit game still sitting at 10.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Here's the handoff. Got a little space. Turning it on. Bulldozes his way through. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bama! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the... unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Dropping back, it's Prince. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown Ducks! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. They're working that left side. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Flushed out of the pocket. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Caught close to the marker. It's Sampson. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Under fire. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And when you turned on the tape of this guy last week, man, you saw play after play, and he had 3 sacks last week. This week, he's already got his 2nd. He has been flying all over the field.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Going to try to get it himself. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Vincent. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. Oh, what a cut! He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Oregon.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Finds some fresh air. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking to buy time. It's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. We want many guys swarming to the football, try to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Scanning the field, it's Vincent. Steps away to find some room. That's caught. It's Sampson. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48.
I think this defense really needs to start thinking about really fencing this quarterback in. You cannot let him go east or west because he will extend the play with his legs and his speed and then hurt you throwing the football.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him. That's two things he has to think about on one play.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The DBs will back off a bit. He wants to start this drive with a pass. It's complete on the right side. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Defense playing a bail technique. To the air, it's Prince. Fires toward the end zone. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Scrambling away. He throws back across and into the defense. A dangerous play. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And I love this defense continues to get home and bring pressure. Another sack, their 3rd sack of the game. They just keep applying pressure, and it's working. Do not stop.
They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. To the air, it's Vincent. Looking for space to the left. He's got it on the run. Touchdown Tide! A and run for 6. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Leaves it with the back. Oh, better look out. Oh, a lot of space. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ducks! You know they love their track at Oregon, and when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get to the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Forced out of the pocket. Had to throw it before he wanted. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. And now on second down for this offense. Back to pass, it's Vincent. Still looking, on the move. Fires on the move. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on third down. He lets it fly. It's caught. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
And that's perfect for this offense. Backed up towards your own end zone, make a play to create space, get some momentum going on this drive. Just what the offense needed to start this thing.
They go to the ground. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fires to the big fella. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just freezed the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? Hard to bring down. What a weapon.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
The give to the back. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a third and long.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat him.
Firing to the right, complete. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Third down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out and get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. Fourth down now upcoming.
He'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. They double their lead up to 6 here in the third quarter.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, Dave. Everybody in this stadium, I think, was expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, it's Prince. Picked off, what a play to set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks, add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he has made some serious plays for this defense.
And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. He wants to throw it. Setting up the screen. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
That's a nice completion. I know you don't get the first down. You're obviously set up in field goal range here down in the red zone, but because you've got 4th and short now, you may decide to go for this if you're on offense.
Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be 1st and goal from the 4. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball, too. You could see there right after the 3rd down play, looking at his sideline, saying, give me the ball. I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team. And he comes through big time.
A 1st down run in the red zone. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They lost ground on 1st down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. Keeps it on the bootleg. Floating away. Touchdown, Alabama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
He's got it. Two-point try is good as they build on this lead.
And it's more common to throw for the 2-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You can tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice 2-point conversion.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Powers through. Did some work on the return. They mark him out of bounds right at the 20.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Running back searching for a hole. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, what a game this guy has been having, living in the opponent's backfield. Already has 2 sacks in the game, and now he gets a TFL. He is so athletic, so quick twitch, so slippery, they just can't block him.
Under fire. Caught in the backfield. It's Cochran. He can't find enough room. Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a 4th down.
And that's why, as a defense, you want to set up 3rd and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football, and they're able to make a tackle.
So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. 1 more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll try to start this final period by putting a 3 spot on the board. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. Right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. They wrap him up. He tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's stuffed in the backfield. Didn't help themselves much on 1st down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 20. To the air, it's Prince. He's going to fire deep. What a catch along the right sideline as he makes a huge play.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Quickly complete.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
They knock him down at the 21. It's a pickup of 5 yards on the play and enough for a 1st down. Just keep slinging it. Oh, they're after him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and the defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
You know, as a quarterback, when you're throwing to your running backs, you got to be careful. You got to be accurate. You got to put the football out in front and make it an easy catch for these guys, and that's exactly what that QB did on that angle.
He's got it on the right. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And listen, my job is to get it to my playmakers like this guy on the outside. He'll do the rest. He'll get in the end zone. Nice catch. Way to finish it with a touchdown.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked him right down the middle. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Rides to the back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Crimson Tide a few inches away from converting on third down.
Let's go. Okay, great.
Looking to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Cochran. Looks like Alabama will pick up the first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops. And you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the left. Still on his feet at the 45. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. The give as they work on that clock. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12.
Let's go.
The give from the gun. Fighting off the defender. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And this is so frustrating late in the game when you got to get the football back and you can't stop them. My goodness, this drive's been going play after play after play. This defense has got to find a way to bow up, make something happen, get a stop, and get the football back.
He's got him still on his feet. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. To the air, it's Prince. Got the quick pass. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And the Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Makes the grab, he's got a first down. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Ducks!
And I'm pretty sure the card usually tells you to punt in this situation, backed up on your own end, but forget that. We're going to be aggressive. And how about the deep shot down the field on 4th down? You make the play and get the huge explosive touchdown for this offense. Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Tide offense rolls onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
There he goes. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. I'm not really sure what the thought process here is other than just trying to troll them by not running a play. And they'll take a knee. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Now facing a 3rd and long. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Back to throw, it's Prince. Dances away. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Pulls it in on the right. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. To the air on 1st down. Looking down the middle. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He's taking a deep shot. He's got it. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And the extra point splits the uprights. 45 seconds left to go, and the whole thing pretty much comes down to this onside kick. And he coughed it up, and good thing he got it back himself.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.